Once upon a time, in a quiet little town tucked between rolling green hills, lived an elderly woman named Eleanor. She was quite old. Her silver hair glowed like moonlight, and her face carried soft, gentle wrinkles, each one telling a story. But her eyes were bright, kind, warm. Anyone who met her felt like they had known her forever. Eleanor lived alone in a tiny cottage beside a towering oak tree that seemed just as ancient as she was. Her husband had passed many years ago, and she never had children. Yet she never complained, not even once. Every afternoon she would sit beneath the oak tree, greeting neighbors with a smile. People often wondered how someone who had faced so much loneliness could still radiate so much joy. Life in that small town was simple, but far from easy. Some worked farms, others fixed furniture, and a few ran little shops by the old church. Some years rain was scarce, the crops dried, money ran thin, and when sickness found its way into a household, work became impossible. Anxiety hung in the air like fog. One day, a young mother named Rachel came to visit Eleanor. Rachel's eyes were red from crying. "My husband went to the city to find work," she said. "It's been weeks. He hasn't sent anything home. I'm scared. My kids are hungry. I don't know what to do." Eleanor looked at her with a soft smile. "My dear," she said, "sit with me. Tell me, what do you believe will happen?" Rachel wiped her eyes. "I'm afraid something bad has happened. What if he can't find work? What if he forgets about us?" Eleanor gently shook her head. "When we fill our minds with fear, our hearts grow heavier. But when we focus on hope, something changes inside us." Rachel's voice cracked. "But how do I stay positive when everything looks so dark?" Eleanor smiled, a calm, patient smile. "Let me tell you a story," she began. "Years ago, there was a man who had nothing. No home, no food, no family. He sat by the river and cried. An old woman saw him and asked, 'Why are you crying?' The man sobbed, 'I have nothing. How could I possibly be happy?' The woman pointed around him. 'Look at the river. Listen to the birds. Feel the sunlight. Even in your emptiness, there is still beauty.' She said, 'If you only think about what you lack, your heart will always hurt. But if you focus on what you do have, even the smallest blessings, you will find peace.' The man listened. Slowly, he lifted his head and began to notice the world around him, the river, the wind, the sky. And from that moment, his life changed. Not because of magic, but because his thinking changed." Eleanor looked at Rachel and said, "You see, my dear, positive thinking doesn't erase our problems, but it gives us strength to face them." Rachel thought quietly. "Do you really think my thoughts could change my life?" Eleanor nodded. "Yes. Wake up each day and tell yourself, 'Today will be a good day.' That mindset will give you the strength to keep going, to care for your children, to wait with hope, not fear." Rachel took a deep breath. "I'll try," she whispered. "That's the first step," Eleanor said. Rachel went home with a lighter heart. Every morning she told herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, cared for her children, and kept hope alive. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, a letter arrived. Her husband had found steady work in the city, and money was on the way. Rachel burst into tears, this time with joy. She ran to Eleanor's cottage to tell her the news. Eleanor just smiled and said, "My dear, when we choose hope, even in difficulty, we open the door for good things to enter." Word spread quickly. More and more people visited Eleanor, each with their own troubles, and she always shared the same wisdom: think good thoughts, and good will find you. Before long, the whole town felt lighter. Problems didn't disappear, but people no longer faced them with fear. They faced them with hope, because Eleanor had taught them something powerful. The mind is a garden, and our thoughts are the seeds. Plant hope, and life will bloom.